Vanakkam, Mr. Vishal. Iniki, we are going to talk mainly about what is the difference between DNA astrology and how is it a part of Vedic astrology. Sir, நீங்க வந்து மக்களுக்கு என்ன புரிய வைக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? Vedic astrology and DNA astrology குள்ள என்ன வித்தியாசம்?
Okay. The main difference between the Vedic astrology and the DNA astrology is Vedic astrology always deal with the prediction. Okay, prediction is the most important part in the Vedic astrology. So predicting things, what is going to happen in the human life, what is going to happen in the world, what is going to happen in the environment. And the prediction based on astrology within the Vedic astrology. Then the next most important phase of the Vedic astrology is when is going to happen. கால நிர்ணயம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அப்போ வந்து வரக்கூடிய கஸ்டமர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து மெயினா முன்வைக்கக்கூடிய கேள்வி, when will my son or daughter will get married, when will my husband will get settled in the job, like that. The கால நிர்ணயம் based time phrase, and the time phrase based questions தான் வந்து நிறைய இருக்கும் in Vedic astrology. And another most important phase of Vedic astrology is how it will happen. So how it will happen is completely depends on the transit planet. When it will happen completely depends on the Dasabuddhi. What will happen? Will it happen or not? It completely depends on our birth chart. Because our birth chart will show whether we have the particular opportunity or not.
Correct.
Whether we have the prapta. In Sanskrit it is called as prapta. Praptam.
Correct.
Whether we have the praptam to get married or not. Whether we have the praptam to do business or not. So the praptam will be indicated by the birth chart. So these are the three different dimensions that is mainly dealt by the Vedic astrology, or any methods which subscribe the Vedic astrology, which is under the part of the Vedic astrology. Of course, DNA is also a part of Vedic astrology, but the main difference between the Vedic and DNA is DNA mainly concentrate on the reasoning, why it is happening, because each and every unique person have their unique own problems. One problem faced by a single person, one life faced by a single person is not. It is not the problems, or it is not the happenings which is occurring in the life of another person.
Correct.
Yes. So each person's horoscope is a universe. Each person's life is a universe. It uniquely differs from one to another. But they might have born in the same nakshatra. Even they might have born in the same lagna. But their life differs based on the uniqueness of the horoscope. So to find the uniqueness of the horoscope, we have to examine why it is happening. So why question? So why question is the fourth dimension. So and I hope the DNA astrology is the fourth dimension astrology, which based on the reasoning why it is happening. When I start my research, why it is happening, then it took me to the karma.
Okay.
So what is karma? We people, every day, each and every moment we speak about karma. Whenever any customer approach to us regarding the horoscope reading or any horoscope prediction or any solution, we used to say, we used to frame a single word, karma. It is all karma balan. What is karma balan? What is the result of karma? Karma is nothing but the activity which we previously involved or which we are involving in this current birth. Right?
All our past actions.
Yes. So karma is the combination of our thought process and the action based on the thought process. So and the result is nothing but the pava or punya.
Correct.
So karma is two types. There are two types of karma: vikarma, akarma. In history, all have known all people are aware of the name Vikramaditya. It is not Vikramaditya, it is Vikramaditya.
Okay.
A man who spent his entire life doing good deeds, maximum good deeds, up to his extent, and the man carrying the vibration of positive karma. That is called as Vikramaditya. Vikramaditya. Okay. So karma is two types: vikarma and akarma. In Tamil also, people will use the word as akarma. அங்க பாரு எவ்வளவு அக்கிரமம் பண்றான் சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, ஏதாவது அக்கிரமம் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்றீங்க, that is akarma. So akarma is nothing but the result of the bad deeds. So the vikarma and akarma is the result of our entire horoscope. So we have to find what is the karma registry of this particular birth before getting into the horoscope. So what is the planet or what is the karma which is going to rule the person's entire life? Before getting into the horoscope, we have to find his karma. Without knowing the karma, we can't provide any kind of guidance or solution to the particular horoscope. Because traditional astrology have lots and lots of methods for prediction.
Correct.
What is going to happen, how it's going to happen, and when it's going to happen. But traditional astrology lacks in the portion of solution. What is solution? Solution is nothing but mukti to our karma. Am I right?
Correct. How to end your karmic balance.
Yeah, we have done a bad thing. For the compensation, we have to do some good things to compensate the bad karma.
Correct.
Once if the credit and the debit of the karma balance sheet neutralizes, then we have no birth. Until then, we are going to take birth repeatedly like a pendulum. Life is nothing but a pendulum. If you trigger the pendulum, it keeps on wiping here and there. Until you force the pendulum to stop that, it will keep on revolving.
Correct.
So karma is nothing but a to and fro motion.
Okay.
To and fro motion is a very deep science. Each and every individual action in the universe depends on the to and fro motion only. I hope you can understand everything.
Yes. So what is the origin? What is the origin of this DNA astrology, and how did you choose to do a research on the DNA astrology? What triggered that action in you?
Yes. To explain that, I have to travel my 4 to 5 years back from my astrology journey. My first astrology journey started in the place named Rajapalayam.
Rajapalayam. Okay.
Rajapalayam in the south side, right? In the southern side of Tamil Nadu. My first journey was started in Rajapalayam. In Rajapalayam, I met a mysterious person.
Okay.
He is like a sage. But till now, I didn't recognize, till now, I don't know who he is or who he was. That person unknowingly, accidentally came in our chat while sitting in a temple. I and my friend was discussing about regarding astrology, and that person was sitting on the other side of the temple. Accidentally, he is coming into our chat. He was coming into our chat, right?
Okay.
And that discussion changed my life. While discussing about astrology, the person was asking, "Okay, in astrology, you are predicting a lot of things. You people are doing a lot of work. Through astrology, can you find the reason for this birth?" He is asking me. He was asking that question. I didn't answer that because I can't answer that. I don't know the answer about that. So I asked the same question to him. So he asked me to pick a piece of paper. Just pick a piece of paper and note it down. He asked me to write Ashwini Nakshatra and parallel to that, to put an hyphen parallel to that, he asked me to write Sunday. For Ashwini Nakshatra, Sunday. For Bharani Nakshatra, Monday. And for Kritika Nakshatra, Tuesday. And for Rohini, Wednesday. Likewise, he asked me to write the order of the weeks, order of the days in the week, alphabetically to the Nakshatras.
Okay.
But when after coming to Saturday, Pushya Nakshatra comes to Saturday. Okay? But Punar Pushya Nakshatra comes to Saturday. But after completing the Punar Pushya Nakshatra, he is asking me to write Rahu.
Okay.
Because the 8th layer.
Okay.
Okay, so Pushya Nakshatra comes to Rahu. Okay. And after that, again Sunday, again Monday, again Tuesday. Oscillation Nakshatra starts with Surya Karma, Sunday.
So you didn't add Ketu.
So there is no karma in the name of Ketu.
Okay.
Ketu is the planet of Mukti.
Okay.
Ketu is a planet of Mukti. Ketu is a planet of eternal peace. Without Ketu, there is no Mukti. If Ketu itself is affected by karma, we have no birth, we have no death.
Okay.
Okay, so karmas are only 8 types. In Sanskrit, or in Tamil, it is called as Ashtakarma.
Ashtakarma.
Right? Yes. So that person was negotiating with me, and the person stated me that this is the karma order of the 27 stars. This is the karma, and this is the result, and this is the reason why the human beings or any living beings born keep on repeatedly taking birth in this nature. So this is the karma order. Then I didn't understand anything. You have simply, I'm asking that person, you have simply stated this Sunday, Monday, and you are saying that Surya Karma, Chandra Karma. What is this? I can't understand. Like that, I'm pointing, shooting questions to him. He simply answered to me, just start your research with this karma. Just you start your research with this karma. You can find the DNA connectivity or the DNA pattern through this karma. Through that, you can create a syllabus. Through that, you can generate a knowledge. A knowledge will be generated within you, and the knowledge will be spread to the entire world through this particular medium regarding karma. So this is the first and the last word uttered by that mysterious person, that sage. And after that, I am asking that because we have to know about the identity of the person. I am asking, who are you and where are you coming from? The person simply replied to me, don't try to know much information about me. This is the last time you will be landing in this place. Next time you won't come to Rajapalayam. This is the last time. This is the first and last time you are coming to Rajapalayam. Next time you won't come. Nature won't allow you to come. Even if you, by chance, if you come to this Rajapalayam, you can't meet me. Okay? So this is a piece of information I am giving to you to spread to the entire world. This is the last word uttered by that sage, by that mysterious Maharishi. Maharishi or Siddha or any person. I don't know about him. Even now, I don't know who he was. So this is the story point of the starting point of DNA astrology.
So with this information, you started your research on DNA astrology. There was no guru or anybody else who helped you out in this. Absolutely fantastic.
Nothing.
Fantastic. And then how were you able to prove that this is correct?
Yeah. While starting this, the word DNA, it makes me to attract a lot. He said the word DNA connectivity. So to check the DNA connectivity, I took the karmas similar to the nakshatras.
Okay.
Right? Ashwini is the nakshatra which carries the curse of Surya Bhagwan. And Aslesha is the nakshatra which also carries the curse of Surya Bhagwan. Okay. And after that, Anuradha, and after that, Purvabhadra. So these 4 stars similarly carries the karma of Surya Bhagwan. So I started to check whether these 4 stars are DNA connected or not.
Okay.
And then it came up with the result. Do you know what that? These 4 stars are DNA connected. Ashwini is the star lord of Ashwini is Ketu. But Aslesha, the star lord of Aslesha is Revati. Because the entire astrology won't know about that. Okay? Anuradha is the star lord of Anuradha is Saturn. Purvabhadra is the star lord of Purvabhadra is Jupiter. But what is the interesting fact is, these 4 stars are DNA connected with each other. When there is a birth of Ashwini Nakshatra, it can be either Rasi Nakshatra or Lagna Point Nakshatra or Lagna Lord Standing Nakshatra. Either option it can be. If a person taking birth or took birth in Ashwini Nakshatra, definitely there have to be the entry of other 3 nakshatras, Aslesha, Anuradha and Purvabhadra in the same family. Then only this Ashwini Nakshatra person took birth, that detail is correct.
You can check astrologically this way also.
Yes, because DNA astrology is mainly concentrating on rectifying the birth details.
Okay.
rectifying the horoscope.
Okay.
Yeah, rectifying whether the current horoscope is right or not.
Okay.
Because the birth time is not accurate 100% for anyone.
I agree.
Anywhere who are taking birth in this world, minimum 5 to 10 minutes, minimum 8 to 30 minutes, the time will differ.
Up and down.
Yeah, because we don't use to calculate the first zygote, the first sperm, the first ovum formation in the womb of the mother. We just used to calculate the
Birth of the
process
child.
of the baby coming out from the mother's body.
Yes.
Right? So that is not the accurate thing. So our birth time might differ minimum 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 12 minutes.
Correct.
So according to that, our Lagna standing bhava will also differ. Without checking that, without confirming whether the concerned person's horoscope is correct or not, we can't provide the exact guidance to the person.
Correct. It was said.
The concerned person,
it was said earlier. Yeah, tell me.
Yes.
It was said earlier that usually the birth time can be calculated at 3 points. One is when the baby's head starts crowning. Second is when the baby immediately comes out and the umbilical cord is cut. Or the third is when you hear the first cry. So these were the 3 things that they used to say you can calculate the child's birth. But among this also, when the child first cries is the right time, they said. Because that is when it takes in a form in the outside world. So according to you, if we know this DNA astrology, we can exactly predict the time the child was born.
Yeah, based on the horoscope.
On the horoscope.
Using the horoscope chart, using the horoscope chart by checking the DNA connectivity of the particular family, we can confirm whether the particular horoscope is accurate or not.
Okay. So I have one doubt.
Adjust the time. Yes.
You said either the Lagna's nakshatra or the Rashi nakshatra or the Lagna Lord's nakshatra. Any one of this has to belong. And then naturally the other 2 will belong to some other graha. It will come under some other DNA connectivity. So how will you consider which is appropriate for the native?
All the 2 or 3 DNA connectivities is considered. A person will carry minimum 2 to 3 karmas.
Okay.
Minimum 2 to 3 karmas in his life.
Okay.
Okay. The karma can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Lagna Lord will be placed in another nakshatra. Rasi nakshatra will be placed in another nakshatra. So maximum 3 types of karmas.
Correct. So each person will have those. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
So any clarifications according to this?
The thing is that how can you use this DNA astrology to help a person in their life?
Okay. Because we used to give, it's a good question. To answer that, I have to express the formula for the remedy which we suggest for any person, right? According to the karma, we are giving remedy.
Okay.
Okay. In the person horoscope, first we have to identify whether the horoscope is correct or not by checking the DNA connectivity.
First step.
But after checking that, after rectifying his birth sign, we have to get into the horoscope. Generally, we used to. Generally, there will be some requirement for that particular person. It can be asset, or it can be job or marital related questions. First, we have to give guidance or clarity regarding to that. But after that, if the person asks for any remedy which is related to the karma, we used to suggest 3 kinds of remedy. First thing is professional remedy. Professional remedy is the first thing. Okay, so profession is nothing but the karma.
Yes.
Right? If your profession itself is a parigar to your karma, then it will be very, very easy. No need to visit regularly to temples. No need to practice any difficult spiritual practices, spiritual rituals like that.
Can you give an example of a professional karma favoring a person?
Yes, I can give that. So totally there are 3 types of remedy. Professional remedy. And the second one is service related remedy. Service.
Okay.
Yeah, helping environment.
Social service.
Like that. Yeah, social service related remedy. Third one is only the spiritual remedy.
Okay, God
Because
and religion and everything.
Yes, yes. Spiritual remedy is a minor category. It's the third category. The first category is a professional remedy. Okay, take for an example, if a person carries a karma of Surya Bhagwan, just you can imagine that a person carrying a karma of a Surya dosha or Surya karma. Surya Bhagwan is a lord of medicine.
Okay.
Surya Bhagwan is a lord of administration. HR, MBA, supervisor, manager, any person who commanding you.
Authority, power.
Yeah, authority is Surya Bhagwan, and the most important profession of Surya Bhagwan is medicine.
Okay.
Okay, a person who carries the curse of Surya Bhagwan, when he involves himself into the field of medicine as a physician or a doctor, it will be the best parikar for his entire life.
Wonderful.
Because the profession itself is a parikar. If the profession itself changes into parikar, then no need to worry about anything.
Go for anything else. Correct.
Yes, because his karma will be automatically neutralized. Whatever the problem he is going to suffer in his entire life, his karma will be neutralized to the profession himself. But that particular person have to be very, very justifiable. He should be loyal. He should be honest. He should be moral in his profession. Only then the karma will get neutralized.
Okay.
If he misuses the profession, the karma will increase. The karmic value will increase. Then it will put a huge burden to destroy his entire life. Right?
Fair enough.
So another one example. You just asked before, sometimes before that, what if the person carries two karma registries, 2 or 3 karma registries, right?
Correct.
Just imagine a person is carrying the karma registry of Surya Bhagwan and also the karma registry of Mercury.
Okay.
Okay. Imagine that particular person is aspiring medicine. He is going to choose medicine according to his karma. But he don't want to choose the field of medicine. What field he should choose? Like that, he don't want to choose the field of medicine. But he is carrying the karma of Mercury and Surya Bhagwan.
And Surya.
Yeah, now I used to suggest the person to choose the field of dermatology.
Okay.
Skin treatment.
Skin related Mercury is.
Skin treatment or neurology, nerves related treatment.
Nerves,
because
yes.
skin comes under the karakatva of Mercury.
Of Mercury.
Okay. Microbiology comes under the karakatva of Mercury. Biotechnology comes under the karakatva of Mercury. So, according to the combination of the karma, according to the frequency of the karma, each and every unique person have to be addressed, have to be given solution uniquely. Because I can't provide the solution which I'm providing to you to another person. I can't copy paste the same solution.
Okay. So how do you
based on the karma,
great. So how do you educate people about DNA astrology? Generally, when people call you, they'll say, "Sir, I want to know what my future is, this, that, and all that." So how do you educate people that DNA astrology is not just predicting?
That is a very challenging process which I am doing for the past 6 years.
Okay.
It's a very, very challenging process because they obviously they don't know about astrology, so they don't know what is the purpose of astrology. Okay, they simply used to see astrology as a future predicting tool, but astrology is not a future predicting tool. Astrology is only for our own guidance. Astrology is the medium which is used to check whether we are on the right path or whether we are on the wrong path. Right? Everyone used to act and think based on the astrology. But when approaching an astrologer, everyone used to ask when I will get asset, when I will get a property, when I will become rich. What is going to happen after 5 years? What is going to happen after 10 years? What is the use of that? The question itself is a fake.
But everybody have problems, and they think that you will have a solution for their problems. They come, it's just like coming to a doctor.
That's what everyone have their own problems. But when approaching a doctor, they should follow the medication or the practices which is suggested by the doctor. Right?
Correct.
If a person is suffering from lungs disorder, he is approaching a doctor. The doctor suggests the person to stop smoking. The person have to stop that. Correct. But without stop the smoking, clean my lungs. Like that, if that person asks me, how can the physician can help that particular person? Yeah, we people, we are not ready to change ourselves, but we want solution for our karma. How it will be possible? Right? Correct. If we want solution for our karma, if we want mukti for our karma, if we want the solution for all the problems which we have suffered or suffering in our current life, first thing is we have to sacrifice our own ego. Karma is nothing but sacrificing our own ego. Then only karma will provide the solution. Right? Because ego is character, or ego is the attitude which is carried by Surya Bhagavan. I hope you know about that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Surya Bhagavan is the power of authority. Any person who is egoistic, you can find the power of Surya Bhagavan very high in his particular horoscope. Right? But Saturn is a lot of karma. Saturn is a lot of punishment.
To teach you a lesson.
Okay. Yes, but Saturn hates Surya Bhagavan. Saturn is the enemy of Surya Bhagavan. Do you know why? Because Saturn hates ego. Whenever ego of a particular person increases limitlessly, increases unlimited, then Saturn will punish him by creating a guilty conscience or by creating humiliation. That person will be humiliated.
Embarrassed, insulted.
Yes, the person will be humiliated or insulted, and the guilty conscience will be created within the mind of will be sowed within the mind of that particular person to sacrifice his own ego, to break the ego of the particular person. Right? So if we want solution, if we want the real solution, first we have to sacrifice our own ego. First we have to stop thinking that what are all we are making decisions, what are all we are thinking is correct. The ego, right? We have to sacrifice the ego. And we have to bend to the horoscope. What should I do? What should I change in myself? What are the changes which can I make in myself to get rid of this bad karma? So that is the correct and exact question that should be asked.
Okay. So now Vedic astrology usually how we read a chart is Graha அமைப்புகளை பார்த்து we will say பாதகமா சாதகமா. Okay, this is general way that in Vedic astrology we read the charts. இப்போ உங்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், like if in case Jupiter is sitting somewhere, he carries the karma of Rahu, you say.
Okay.
That is if it is in the Mula Trikona houses. Correct? And if it is if Suryan, Chandran and Mars sit, they carry the dosha of Jupiter, you say. Correct? If I'm right? Yeah. So
yes.
By saying that, are we actually getting the right solution rather than putting it or approaching it in the Vedic astrology manner?
Yeah, it is not like that. In the Vedic astrology, there is a particular term, Guru Parka Kodi Nanmai. Right? Everyone knows that particular term, Guru Parka Kodi Nanmai.
That is also only if your Guru is properly placed. Illena Guru Parka Kodi Nanmai illa.
No. That is not about the planet Guru. That's what I'm trying to say. In Vedic astrology, it is mentioned that Guru Parka Kodi Nanmai. That Guru, the term irukliya, and the term on the planet Graham on the base panni illa. First of all, it doesn't depend on the placement of Guru.
Okay.
The meaning of the Guru Parva is the meaning of the vision or the meaning of the aspect of a sage. Namma
Okay.
Guru.
Okay.
A person who carries a lot of tava balam. A person carries a lot
Knowledge.
of bio power. Just like Gandhari. Just like Gandhari that makes the Duryodhanas immortal. Right? You know very well about Mahabharata.
Yeah.
Gandhari. Yeah, Gandhari's vision will make the Duryodhana's body Vajra. Right? Like that, the power of the vision of a sage, the power of a Maharishi, the power of a yogi. He is a guru. He is a karakatva of guru. That particular person's vision will destroy or will demolish the karma of crores and crores of the karma backups in our life. So that is the exact meaning of Guru Parka Kodi Nannai.
Okay.
Right. So it is the biomagnetic power. It is the blessings of God reaching the next generation. Not about the. It doesn't mean just about the planet Guru. Right? Because Guru among the 9 planets, Guru has have a unique history. Guru Bhagwan is the planet. Guru Bhagwan is the person who is keep on meditating his entire life. You know about that.
Yes.
Dakshinamurti or he's keep on practicing yoga. So a person who keep on practicing yoga for his entire life will have n amount of energy, infinite energy. So when that particular person's vision is aspecting on any place or any family or any environment, it will create a great impact. So that is the meaning of Guru Parka Kodi Nannai, not about just the planet's aspect. Right? And there is another most important secret within that. Okay, you know what it is? The birth star of Guru is Pushya. The birth star of Guru is Pushya, according to DNA Astrology. Okay, the birth star of Guru is Pushya. But we have to clarify this for the customers or the audience who are seeing this video. Guru have 3 stars. 3 stars Adhibatya. What is that? Punarvasu and Visakha and Purvabhadra. Right? So these are all the 3 stars ownership by Lord Guru. But the birth star of Guru, because my birth star is Rohini. Likewise, 9 planets. In mythological stories, 9 planets might have born in different stars. The birth star of Guru is Pushya.
Sun in Hasta.
Yes. The birth star of Guru is Pushya. Pushya carries the curse of Rahu. So the Rahu curse will be transferred through the planet Guru.
Okay.
Rahu is nothing but Rahu is the planet of our Pitrus. Rahu is the Karakatva of our Pitrus. Everyone knows about that. Right? So Rahu curse will give the Pitru curse to the particular family.
Yes.
So that is Parka Kodi Nannai. Do you know what that is? Yenda Kudumbam, which family have not yet done their Pitru rituals? Which family have not yet been blessed by the Pitrus? In their horoscope only, Guru will aspect the Lagna or Lagna Lord. So this is the secret. எந்த குடும்பத்துல மூதாதையருடைய ஆசீர்வாதம் இல்லையோ அந்த குடும்பத்தை தான் குரு பார்க்கும். எதுக்கு? மூதாதையரோட ஆசீர்வாதம் இல்ல. அப்ப நான்
அதை நிறைவேற்றணும்.
இல்ல நான் பார்த்தாதான் ஆதரவே கிடையாது. ஏற்கனவே the family which carries the blessings of the Pitrus, they don't need the vision of Guru itself. They don't know. பார்வை அவங்களுக்கு முதல்ல தேவையே இல்லையே. ஏன்னா ஏற்கனவே அவங்களுக்கு அந்த இறைவனுடைய பயோமேக்னெட்டிக் பவர் ஏற்கனவே இருக்கு. மூதாதையருடைய ஆசீர்வாதம் ஏற்கனவே அந்த ஃபேமிலியில இருக்கு. அப்ப ஏற்கனவே ancestors blessings அந்த ஃபேமிலியில இருக்கும் பட்சத்தில் there is no need to get the vision of the Guru to grow in their life.
Okay.
The family which didn't get the blessings of their Pitrus or their ancestors, then only in that particular horoscope Guru will vision them.
Wonderful. Amazing.
So Guru Kodi Nannai கிடையாது, Guru பார்க்க Pitru சாபம். Guru's aspect will create Pitru Shaba.
Okay.
But at the same time, Guru's aspect will also give government job.
Okay.
Because the family which don't have the blessings of Pitrus, then only the person in the family, the personalities in the family will enter into the government job.
Okay.
The person will imagine a family which have all the blessings of Pitrus. Then none of them will enter into the government job.
Government jobs. Okay.
Entering into the government job or government-based designation, giving rituals to the giving titi to the Pitrus. Both are connected to each other. You only will get government job if you don't have the blessings of the Pitrus. If you have the blessings of the Pitrus, you won't get government job.
Okay. So is this a blessing or a curse?
Both.
Wonderful. So can you give another example of this kind of a shapa of another planet?
Yeah, we can state a lot of examples. But what I stated now is a secret, because people have to understand this. 3 stars have the combination of government jobs. There are 3 stars which are genetically connected: Pushya, Visakha, and Sadabhishak. Pushya Nakshatra, Visakha Nakshatra, and Sadabhishak Nakshatra. Sadabhishak. Okay. So these 3 stars carries the curse of Rahu, karma of Rahu. Under these 3 stars only, that particular family only will go into the government job. There have to be someone in the government job in that particular family. Okay. Do you know why? Because these 3 stars, the family which carries the personalities repeatedly taking birth in these 3 stars, only that family is not blessed by the Pitrus. So then only they can get the government job. In Tamil, there is a saying, அரசனை நம்பி புருஷனை கைவிட்டாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அரசனை நம்பி புருஷனை கைவிட்டாங்க. புருஷன்னா வந்து வீட்டுக்காரர் கிடையாது, புருஷன்னா வந்து ஃபேமிலி ஹெட், அதான் வந்து ஹஸ்பண்ட். அப்போ புருஷன் கைவிட்டால் தானே அரசன். உங்களோட ஃபேமிலி குலதெய்வத்தினோட அனுகிரகம் உங்களுக்கு இருக்குது, பித்ருஸோட ஆசீர்வாதம் உங்களுக்கு இருக்குதுன்னா, அப்ப கவர்மெண்ட் உங்களுக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ண வேண்டிய அவசியம் கிடையாது. யாரும் இல்லாத ஒரு அனாதை வந்து எங்க இருப்பாரு? அவருக்கு ஃபேமிலியே கிடையாது, அவருக்கு வீடும் கிடையாது, எதுவும் கிடையாது. அவர் எங்க இருப்பாரு? ஒரு கவர்மெண்டோடைய ஆர்ஃபனேஜ் ஹோம்ல இருப்பாரு, கவர்மெண்டோடைய கேர்ல இருப்பாரு. ஏற்கனவே ஃபேமிலியோடைய கேர்ல இருக்கிறவருக்கு வந்து கவர்மெண்டோட கேர் தேவையில்லை இல்லையா?
ஆமா.
So just like that, there is a connectivity.
Wonderful. This is very interesting. This is extremely interesting. You also conduct classes, right? What is the kind of syllabus that you follow when somebody comes to learn with you? What is the kind of syllabus you follow? You teach them, what all do you teach them? And at the end of your tutoring, are they able to become professional DNA astrologers, or how does it go?
Becoming a professional astrologer or becoming a professional DNA astrologer depends on that particular individual. It doesn't depend on the syllabus. Because astrology, becoming an astrologer, it's a mindset. It depends on the mindset. You know what passion, is the mindset
moreover, is? And it's a calling.
Yeah, it is like a CBI mindset. CBI mindset. It is like a detective mindset. Only the person who have the mindset of a detective can become a superb astrologer. Because he used to connect the dots. He used to connect the incidents, the dots between the incidents, which is not at all connected environmentally. Without logic, he can connect the logic.
Correct.
Yeah, because the library comes under the Karakatva of Mercury. Books comes under the Karakatva of Mercury, and library comes under the Karakatva of Mercury. In library, what it will be there? In library, all subjects, all information will be there. But what
you choose?
What is the use of a librarian? What is the work of a librarian? He used to categorize the books under a similar subject. Books were the row for biology, the row for history, the row for geography, the row for psychology. Like that, millions and tons of books will be there. but he have to categorize, he have to regularize, he have to connect the information belongs to the same similarities. Like that, astrology is a skill which you have to connect the sensitive dots of the happenings in the individual person's life, of the happenings in the particular family's life. So that talent, if you have the talent, then you are a professional astrologer. If we have the talent, then we are a professional astrologer. But without that aspiration, without the talent, whatever we learn, it will be just an information. So there are two phases for information. One is knowledge and another one is information. Information is the thing which is not analyzed, but knowledge is the thing which is analyzed, right? ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் நீங்க ப்ராசஸ் பண்றீங்க, ஒரு தகவல் உங்ககிட்ட கிடைக்குது, அந்த தகவல் சரியா தப்பா, அப்படி சரினா எந்த அளவுக்கு சரி, தப்புனா எந்த அளவுக்கு தவறு அப்படின்றத நீங்க வந்து அனலைஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க. அனலைஸ் பண்ணி தான் நீங்க அதை அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிப்பீங்க. அப்போதான் அந்த இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் உங்களுக்கு நாலேஜா மாறி உங்க மைண்ட்ல போய் ஃபிக்ஸ் ஆகும், ரைட்? அப்போ knowledge or information is not about learning so many things. It is not about learning so many things. People were thinking that knowledge is about learning lot of things is knowledge, getting lot of information is knowledge. Knowledge is not about that. Knowledge is creating a clarity in what we know, sharpening our information, creating a maturity. அதாவது நிறைய விஷயத்தை தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டா knowledgeable person அப்படின்னு ஒண்ணு அர்த்தம் கிடையாது. நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச விஷயத்துல நம்ம எவ்வளவு தெளிவாக இருக்கிறோம் அப்படின்றத நாலேஜ். So அந்த மெச்சூரிட்டி உங்களுக்கு வந்தா you are a knowledgeable person, you are a successful astrologer. ஆனா அந்த மெச்சூரிட்டியை பெறுறது அப்படின்றது அவ்வளவு ஈஸியான விஷயம் கிடையாது. எல்லாருமே அதை தேடிதான் ஓடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
உங்க கிளாஸுகளை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நான் நினைக்கிறேன் not only for professional purposes but ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவலுக்கே அது வந்து பெனிஃபிஷியலா இருக்கும்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். Because if they are able to understand their life and sort it out correctly, I think that would be the biggest blessing one can gain. So if people attend your workshop, do you think it will give them the intelligence, or more than intelligence, I can say the knowledge to understand their own birth chart, to understand their own karmas, and how to connect their karmas to what is happening in their life day to day?
Yeah, definitely it will help, but it is based on the intention of the particular person who is attending the class. Right? Intention is very very important. உங்களுடைய இன்டென்ஷன் வெறும் கோடீஸ்வரன், வெறும் வந்து பிளைண்டா ஃபியூச்சரை பத்தி மட்டும் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். I just want to know about the future. I don't want anything. I just want to know about what is going to happen in my future, and I just want to eradicate the wrong things, and I have to take the right things. Like that, if a person is mainly focusing on the prediction, just reading the script, the DNA astrology will not help him. Only if the person is ready to understand why it is happening, what is karma, what is the thing which we have done wrong, what is the thing which we can correct ourselves to rectify ourselves. So self-rectification is the main concept of DNA astrology. If a person is ready to rectify his own self, then he can easily understand the concept of DNA astrology deeply and in-depthly. ஏன்னா கர்மா உங்களுக்கு வந்து இண்டிகேட் பண்றது நம்மளுடைய தவறை தான், நம்மளை தான் சுட்டி காட்டும். இப்போ டேக் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், a person is running a hotel business, he is running a restaurant, he is coming to us for consultation. We are looking into the chart of that particular person. In that particular chart, we are finding that the hotel business will not suit this particular person. If that particular person runs the hotel business,
he has Chandra Shapa. Correct?
Just like, yeah, it can be Chandra Karma or anything. We found that if we run hotel business, it will end in loss. Okay? If we intimate that particular information, then the person have to accept that information, and the person have to stop the business what he is doing. Right? The person have to utilize the information. ஒரு decision நீங்க எடுக்கிறீங்க, the decision you have made, the decision you are making, the decision is correct or not, you don't know, but your horoscope knows whether the decision will give you opportunity,
suit you or not.
Yeah, the decision will give you opportunity, or the decision will ruin your entire life. Your horoscope will know. Your horoscope have the information. That is the guidance which we are providing. What to do and what not to do. Right? So the do's and don'ts தெரிஞ்சு போச்சு அப்படின்னா the person will get a clear clarity. ஓகேங்களா? இப்போ குழி இருக்குது, குழி அங்க இருக்குது, பார்த்து போங்கன்னு தான் நம்ம அந்த பர்சன் கிட்ட சொல்ல முடியும். நம்ம போய் குழியை மூட முடியாது. ரைட்? நம்ம அங்கதான் நான் குதிப்பேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்றவர்கிட்ட நம்ம எதுவுமே பேச முடியாது. ரைட்? So the person should sacrifice his greediness, பேராசை, and ego, தலைக்கணம். இந்த ரெண்டையும் sacrifice பண்ணா மட்டும்தான் DNA astrology will help him. Or any astrology will help him.
Yes, any astrologer's ultimate goal is you lead a life of dharma. Okay, you do good, you get good. You speak good, you will hear good. Okay, and the ultimate motto of every astrologer is நீங்க சம்பாரிங்க, நல்ல வாழுங்க, எல்லாம் ஓகே. ஆனா கடைசியில there is something called as going towards spirituality. அந்த இடத்தை வந்து நீங்க போய் தொடணும். கடைசி வரைக்கும் we can't be பணம் பின்னாடியே ஓட முடியாது, இல்ல பொருள் பின்னாடியே ஓட முடியாது. So guiding a soul to reach that part is definitely every astrologer's karma, I'll say. அது நம்ம வேலை. It is a responsibility. ஆனா அதையும் மீறி there are a lot of people who think இல்ல நம்ம கேட்டதெல்லாம் கேட்டுக்குவோம், ஆனா நம்ம செய்யறது நம்ம பாட்டுக்கு தான் செய்வோம். So that means it is in their karma that they don't follow it and they go through the process. So ultimately they have to suffer that. அது வந்து யாராலையும் தடுக்கவே முடியாது.
என்ன வருத்தத்துக்குரிய விஷயம் என்னன்னா, இப்போ என்கிட்ட வரவங்க எல்லாம் நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னா, நான் வந்து ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் சொல்றேன். we suggest a solution. அந்த சொல்யூஷனை அவங்க ஃபாலோ பண்ணவே இல்லை, இன்னும் ஃபாலோ பண்ணவே ஆரம்பிக்கல. அந்த சொல்யூஷனை இப்பதான் எடுக்கிறாங்க, மைண்ட்ல எடுக்கிறாங்க. நான் என்ன சொல்றேன், சொல்யூஷன் எடுத்தாதான் அது வேலை செய்யும். ரைட்? இட் வில் ஒர்க். அந்த சொல்யூஷன் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே வந்து will it happen or not, அது நடக்குமா நடக்காதா சார், அதுல என்ன சார் போட்டிருக்கு, எனக்கு அதை பார்த்து சொல்லுங்க சார் அப்படின்னு கேட்கறது வந்து, அது நம்ம என்னன்னா நம்மளோட மோட்டோ இருக்கு இல்லையா, நம்மளோட மோட்டிவ் ஒரு விஷயத்த கரெக்ட் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறோம். ஆனா அந்த விஷயத்த திருத்துறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே வந்து அதுல நான் திருந்திருப்பேன்னு போட்டிருக்கா அப்படின்னு கேட்டா நம்ம என்ன பதில் சொல்ல முடியும் சொல்லுங்க? இல்ல
அது கூட அங்க எதிர்பார்க்கறாங்க.
இல்ல, அது 6 years வந்து இதே மாதிரி கேள்விகளை திரும்ப கேட்டு 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 I have gone through my saturation limit. ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்ல என்ன ஆயிடும் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு லெவல் ஆஃப் அந்த பேஷன்ஸ்ன்றது நமக்கே போயிடும். அது என்னன்னா, அவங்க வந்து நார்மலா இருப்பாங்க, ஆனா நம்மள பத்திக்காரங்க கேடுவாங்க. நம்ம சைக்காலஜிக்கலா டிஸ்டர்ப் ஆயிடும். அது அந்த கர்மா இருக்கு இல்லையா, அவங்களோட அந்த கர்மானுடைய பலம் தான் அவங்க அந்த பேச வைக்குது. அந்த கர்மானுடைய பலம் நம்மளே ஆசிச்சிரும். Sometimes.
That is my other question. When astrologers try to help people, especially with balancing their karma, நிறைய இடங்கள்ல நான் கேள்விப்பட்டது என்னன்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, அது சில நேரங்கள்ல நம்மள கூட தாக்கும் அப்படின்னு. அது உண்மையா? அத நீங்க நம்புறீங்களா? இருக்கு.
கண்டிப்பா. எப்ப தாக்கும் அப்படின்னு இருக்கு, எப்ப வந்து கர்மா வந்து அஃபெக்ட் பண்ணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு क्वेश्चन இருக்கு. அந்த क्वेश्चனுக்கு என்னுடைய அதாவது எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்ல இருந்து எனக்கு கிடைச்ச ஆன்சரை நான் வந்து இங்க ஷேர் பண்றேன். ஒருத்தருடைய கர்மா, கஸ்டமர் இஸ் அப்ரோச்சிங் யூ ஃபார் லுக்கிங் his own horoscope and you are predicting his horoscope, you are analyzing his horoscope according to the karma strength, according to the karma frequency, you are giving any particular solution to the concerned person. Rule number 1, you have to, as an astrologer, you have to answer the question which is suited by the customer. You should not answer to the question which is not suited by the customer.
Okay.
ஒரு கஸ்டமர் உங்ககிட்ட வராங்க, he is asking for career growth. Okay, he is asking for career, but on looking his horoscope, on viewing that particular person's horoscope, we are finding that that particular person's marital life will be in danger. But we should not, we cannot say that, we should not say that, because that is not the dharma. Okay. If only if the person asks about that marital life, then we can open our mouth. If we instead that particular person's marital life will be in danger, then we are voluntarily involving ourselves to the karma of that particular person. இயற்கையோடைய அனுமதி இல்லாமல் ஒரு நேச்சர் ஒரு விஷயத்தை அனுமதிக்காம அவர் வந்து நம்ம கிட்ட சொல்யூஷன் கேட்க மாட்டாரு. ஆனா நம்ம அவர் கேட்காத கேள்விக்கு நம்ம பதில் சொன்னோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, அப்போ we are involving ourselves voluntarily into the karma of that particular person. Then what nature will do? Then what Saturn will do? நான் கஷ்டப்பட்டு அவனுக்குன்னு ஒரு விதியை செட் பண்ணி அவன் பண்ண பாவ புண்ணியத்துக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி அவனுக்குன்னு ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராம செட் பண்ணி அவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்பட்டு அவனை பிறக்க வச்சு அவனுக்குன்னு ஒரு குழியை செட் பண்ணா, நீ பெரிய வீராதி வீரன் சூராதி சூரன் வந்து சொல்யூஷன் கொடுக்குற அதிமேதாவின்ற பேர்ல நீ வந்து அவனோட கர்மாவை மாத்துற. அப்ப எனக்கு அங்க என்ன வேலை? என் வேலையில தலையிடுறதுக்கு உனக்கு ரைட்ஸ் யார் கொடுத்தா? இப்ப நீ வந்து முன்னக்கூட்டியே அவனுக்கு எச்சரிக்கை பண்ணிட்ட, அவன் கேட்காமயே அவனுக்கு நீ வந்து எச்சரிக்கை பண்ணிட்ட. இப்ப அந்த கர்மாவை யார் தாங்கிறது? நீ தாங்கிக்கோ அப்படின்னு சொல்லி உங்களுக்கு. ஆமா, அந்த பையனை நீங்க ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க. ஃபேஸ் பண்றதுக்கு ரெடினா தாராளமா யூ கேன் கிவ் கைடன்ஸ் டு த uncquestioned answer. Unanswered question வச்சுக்கலாம், இல்ல unquestioned answer வச்சுக்கலாம்.
I used to do this in the when I started predicting astrology in the early days. I used to be like so excited because when I became able to capable of reading charts, like, it started becoming like solving a puzzle. The moment I be so excited to open a new horoscope, it will be like puzzle pieces going and falling in place. Or kada apdiye vandu நம்ம முன்னாடி நிக்கும். So I used to be so excited. எந்த கிளையண்ட் வந்தாலுமே எல்லாம் கரெக்ட் ஒப்பிப்பேன். ஓ அப்படியா இப்படி அவங்க கேட்டிருக்கவே மாட்டாங்க என்கிட்ட. கல்யாணத்தை பத்தி கேட்டிருக்க மாட்டாங்க, ஒன்னும் கேட்டிருக்க மாட்டாங்க.
Voluntarily we are involving ourselves into the karma of that particular person because we don't have the right. As an astrologer, even as a professional astrologer, we don't have the rights to do that. Number one. The second most important thing is that while viewing the horoscope or while analyzing the horoscope, we should not involve ourselves emotionally. There should not be any emotional connection with the particular concerned person or with the horoscope. We should not involve our mind emotionally to that particular horoscope because we are just the dictators.
Correct.
Right?
But every astrologer in the initial stages, I think, would have gone through that phase because early excitement ellarum pannirpanga. And especially I used to feel so bad when I used to predict my friends' horoscopes. அவங்களுடைய ஹாரோஸ்கோப்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாயிரும். என்ன சொல்றது, என்ன விடுறது, என்ன மறைக்கிறது அப்படின்ற அளவுக்குலாம் போகும். But then afterwards, once you become really mature, and I have also trained under many gurus personally. Guru Shishya Parampara நான் கத்துக்கிட்டேன். அப்போ they told me you should never say anything other than what is asked to you. அது மட்டும் சொல்லிட்டு அதோட விட்டுறணும். அண்ட் இன்னொன்னு, தயவு செஞ்சு இமோஷனலா இன்வால்வ் ஆகாதீங்க. நான் சம்டைம்ஸ்லாம் நான் என்னோட குரு கிட்ட சொல்லியிருக்கேன், சார் பாவமா இருக்கு, என்னால ஏதாவது ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும் போல தோணுது. அவர் சொன்னாரு, அது உங்க வேலை இல்லம்மா, உங்க வேலை வந்து என்ன கேள்வி கேட்கறாங்களோ அதுக்கு மட்டும் பதில் சொல்லுங்க, அதோட முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. அதுக்கு மேல நீங்க போய் அவங்க கர்மாவை நீங்க வாங்க கூடாது அப்படின்னு எனக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க.
This is a simple calculation. ஒரு person வந்து he is suffering by debts and loan issues. ஓகேங்களா? அந்த பர்சனுக்கு நீங்க வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க. You can only lend any money to that particular person if you have enough bank balance. உங்களுக்கு போதுமான பேங்க் பேலன்ஸ் இருந்தா மட்டும்தான் உங்களால கொஞ்சம் காசு கொடுத்து அவருக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ண முடியும். உங்ககிட்டயே பேங்க் பேலன்ஸ் இல்லாத போது நீங்க வந்து அவருக்கு வந்து பணம் கொடுத்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணீங்கன்னா நாளைக்கு அந்த கஷ்டத்தை நீங்க வந்து ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க. That's it. Right? இப்போ வந்து Maharishi or yogis or any gurus, they used to heal people. They used to heal the karma of the people. But they have the enough biomagnetic power balance to do that. Without that, they can't heal that. Right? இப்ப நான் வந்து இப்ப எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு கன்சர்ன் பர்சன், இட்ஸ் அவரோட ஐடென்டிட்டியை பத்தி நான் பேச விரும்பல. அவர் வந்து ஒரு ப்ரூஃப் அவருடைய லைஃப்ல நடந்த விஷயத்த வந்து என்கிட்ட அவர் ஷேர் பண்ணி நான் கேட்டிருக்கேன். அதுக்கான எவிடன்ஸையும் நான் பார்த்திருக்கேன். என்ன அப்படின்னா, அவருடைய கால், அவர் வந்து ஹி இஸ் an acupuncture healer. அவர் வந்து ஒரு நிறைய பேருக்கு ஹீல் பண்ணி என்ன ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா, அந்த கர்மா அவர் அஃபெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சா என்னன்னு தெரியல, அவருடைய காலினுடைய ஒரு போர்ஷன் வந்து அப்படியே அழுகி போச்சு, இன்ஃபெக்ட் ஆகி. ரைட்? அந்த பாதம் சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அந்த பாதத்தினுடைய போர்ஷன் வந்து அப்படியே அழுகிடுச்சு. அலோபதி ஹாஸ்பிட்டலுக்கு போனாங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பா காலையே ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணி எடுத்துருவாங்க. தட் இஸ் அ ஸ்டேஜ். அதுக்கு ட்ரீட்மெண்ட்டும் பண்ணி பார்த்தாரு, ஒரு யூஸும் கிடையாது. அப்புறம் யாரோ சொன்னாங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு ஏதோ காடுக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு கோவிலுக்கு விசிட் பண்ணும்பொழுது அங்க ஒரு சாமியார் உட்கார்ந்துருக்காரு. இஸ் லைக் எ சேஜ், நல்லா தாடி ஃபுல்லா இவ்வளவு பெருசா விட்ட ஒரு சாமியார் மாதிரி. சும்மா இப்படி வான்னு எதுவும் கூப்பிட்டுருக்காரு. கூப்பிட்டுட்டு காலை இப்படி பார்த்துட்டு அவர் பையில இருந்து ஏதோ ஒரு ஹாட் ஒரு விபூதி மாதிரி எடுத்து இப்படி போட்டிருக்காரு காலில். போட்டுட்டு வந்து அப்படின்னு ஊதி இருக்காரு. ஊதின உடனே அது காண போச்சு. ஜஸ்ட் இப்படி ஊதி இருக்காரு. அவர் அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அந்த போட்டோ வந்து இமேஜ் எடுத்து வச்சிருக்காரு. அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த காலை வந்து போட்டோ எடுக்கிறாரு ஆன் ஸ்பாட்ல. ஸோ எவிடன்ஸ் வந்து இருக்குது அவர்கிட்ட ஆன் ஸ்பாட்ல. ஏன்னா இப்பெல்லாம் நீங்க வந்து போட்டோ எடுத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களோட அந்த செல்போனுடைய இதுல வந்து ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ்ல நீங்க என்னைக்கு அந்த போட்டோ எடுத்தீங்கன்றத காமிச்சிடும். ஸோ டுடே இன்னைக்கு நீங்க அதை வந்து ஏமாற்ற முடியாது. இன்னைக்கு இருக்க டிஜிட்டல் வேர்ல்ட வந்து நீங்க வந்து போட்டோஸ் வச்சு கிராப் பண்ணி நீங்க ஏமாற்ற முடியாது. நீங்க அதை கண்டுபிடிச்சிட முடியும் உண்மையா ஃபேக்கான்னு சொல்லிட்டு. போட்டோ எடுக்கிறாரு, அதுக்கு முன்னாடி போட்டோ எடுக்கிறாரு, அதுக்கப்புறம் போட்டோ எடுக்கிறாரு. ஊதி போட்டு இப்படி உஃப்னு ஊதுறாரு, எல்லாம் காண போச்சு. ஏஞ்சி போட்டாரு. அப்போ அந்த கர்மாவை அவர் எவ்வளவு பர்சன்ஸ் ஹீல் பண்ணிருப்பாரு. அவர் வாழ்நாள்ல அவர் எவ்வளவு பர்சனுக்கு ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் கொடுத்திருப்பாரு. அந்த அத்தனை பேரோட கர்மாவும் சேர்ந்து அவர் அஃபெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கு. அப்ப அந்த கர்மாவையே அவர் வந்து வெறும் ஒரு 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 கைப்பிடி விபூதியை போட்டு ஊதி தள்ளுறாருன்னா அப்ப அவருக்கு எந்த அளவுக்கு பயோமேக்னெட்டிக் எனர்ஜி இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதை வந்து ஈஸியா ஹேண்டில் பண்ண முடியும். So each unique person have their own limits, biomagnetic limits, but we don't know about our Atma Bala, right? So if a person have a lot of aura strength, lot of biomagnetic power, he can handle the persons of thousands and thousands of people. But normal people like us, we can, as an astrologer, just as an astrologer, we can't handle the karma of all people. So that's why we should not connect ourselves emotionally to any horoscope. But at the same time, we can give whatever solution or whatever guidance to the questions which is thrown by the concerned person.
Correct. So now these workshops which we were talking about earlier, if the person uses it wisely and doesn't misuse the knowledge that they get from these workshops, it is definitely going to help everyone. Correct?
There's no doubt about that.
Okay. So
they can find whether their horoscope is correct or not. They can rectify their own horoscope. They can access their own horoscope. They can find the DNA pattern and the karmic pattern of their entire 2 to 3 generations through their horoscope.
Amazing.
Right? So அம்மாவுக்கு என்ன கர்மா இருக்கு, தாத்தாவுக்கு என்ன கர்மா இருக்கு, எல்லாமே அவங்க ஜாதகத்தை பார்த்தாலே தெரிஞ்சு போயிடும்.
So to find Amma, Tata, Karma and all that, you use the Bhavat Bhava system?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Fine.
But the way of using is different.
Okay.
But the way of using is different. But so we have to make a lot of video sessions to explain that. We will make that.
Definitely. And now what I want to ask you is, how long is your workshop sessions?
Workshop sessions, I used to take DNA astrology classes for the past 5 years. It is a 2 days class. It is a direct class. But while this pandemic issue is going on, we can't used to conduct direct classes, right? Okay. We can conduct online sessions. If you calculate 1 hour or 1.5 hour per day session, then it will be a minimum 15 to 20 days sessions.
Okay.
Minimum 15 to 20 days.
Okay. And in this 15 to 20 days, they'll have enough knowledge to be able to do this, right? To understand
more than enough. Yeah, they have more than enough knowledge because I'm sharing not only the formula of the DNA astrology, not only the application of DNA astrology, because I'm sharing the experience on the knowledge gained from the experience which I'm gaining through 6 years of my career. Right? So there are a lot of DNA combinations. For each and every unique incident, there is a DNA combination.
Okay.
So there have to be some in-depth analysis. That in-depth analysis, it takes 15 to 20 classes.
Okay. So any upcoming class in the near future? Are you starting any batch?
we are planning for this online session, this Zoom app classes in both Tamil and English. If anyone like to register to this class, they can contact us.
Great. And I am looking for people even abroad, especially people who cannot access and do not have access to this kind of knowledge or this kind of guidance. I think people like that need to attend these workshops. So I would really recommend all those who watch this video to at least register in this workshop as a educating system, just to understand the truth about astrology. Because one thing is, I totally believe is, astrology cannot change your destiny. It can only guide you to live a peaceful life. Second is, you cannot teach or make an astrologer, or you can't create an astrologer. That also is again your own calling.
Astrology cannot change the destiny of any particular person, but the changes which we are making in our decisions will change the destiny.
Exactly.
Because we can't change the fate directly, but we can change us, because we can change our own self, and through that we can change the destination indirectly.
Correct.
So ஜாதகம் அப்படின்றது விதியை மாத்திக்கிறதுக்காக இல்ல,
நம்மள நாமே மாத்திக்கிறதுக்கு.
ஆமா, விதிக்கு தகுந்தாற் போல. குழி அங்க இருக்குது, அது ஆபத்து அப்படின்னா அதை தொடாமல் ஒதுங்கி போறதுதான் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட், அதுதான் பரிகாரம். ஒரு நல்ல விஷயம்னா அந்த நல்ல விஷயத்தை பயன்படுத்திக்கிறது தான் பரிகாரம். ஸோ மேக்கிங் டெசிஷன்ஸ், வாட் ஆர் ஆல் த டூஸ் அண்ட் வாட் ஆர் ஆல் த டோன்ட்ஸ், இந்த கைடன்ஸ் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறது தான் பரிகாரத்தோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப். ஆஃப்டர் தட் ஒன்லி ப்ரொஃபஷனல் ரெமெடி, ஆஃப்டர் தட் ஒன்லி த அதர் ரெமெடிஸ்.
Understanding. So this is a highly recommended workshop or course that I will say that people go through or experience. It is to understand their own horoscope, to understand their own life, and to help them make better decisions in life. So hopefully after people see this video, I'm sure they'll all be intrigued by, one is the in-depth knowledge you have and the research you have put into this DNA astrology. And it is always very commendable when a person has created it himself and he has given it a life and a vision. So that is an amazing thing, and at this age you have accomplished so much. So I think some guru oda parva unga pakkam irundirukku appdi nenikiren, and wish you all the best in life, and may God bless you abundantly, and hopefully this video will reach many more people. Nandri sir, we will keep in touch, and let us bring out more information